Welcome to Unbreakable Mind 44, and we're going to do a mental strength workout, and it's 44 minutes long as per always, and we start in 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. And as per usual, as soon as we get the timer starts, we also get moving, and we're going to keep moving until the end. So let's get into the warm-up. You do your jumping jacks or a little running or whatever, just keep going. The theme and the topic is for always while we do the mental strength challenges, the mental strength workouts, you won't know what's going to happen. It's going to be step by step by step, and then after 44 minutes we'll be tired, in pain, and done. So that's it. And we're going to combine, as we usually do, the physical resiliency with the mental resiliency and practice all those skills that we need in everyday life. This is our arena to practice those and get better. So it will be how to switch between zones, how to relax when we need to relax, how to be more aggressive or get activated when we need to. So that when we end up in the same situation in real life, like we put it, we know how to act. So an example of that happened to me yesterday. I was going into an Uber car. I was loading my mom's stroller, and a guy came up behind us with his truck and just started honking. And I just looked at him, like, okay, whatever, it's not much I can do. He squeezes around and he just starts yelling. He became so pissed off and completely lost control. And he just like randomly spit out all the horrible Spanish words that he knows. And I'm like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. But the funny thing is that my Uber driver reacted differently. He instantly snapped into what we call the red zone, the fight zone, and went after this guy screaming, yelling, and suddenly you had a fight, like a verbal fight. Fortunately, they didn't punch each other, but it ended up in this verbal fight. And so my cab driver, he went from what we call green zone, relax, whatever, straight into red zone, uncontrolled, full fight. And that could be useful if you want to go there. And sometimes we can't control that first reaction. But what we want to control, and what we're going to practice today, is to go from that red zone or go from other zone back to a more controlled space. So what we call the yellow zone, where we're ready, able to act, but we're not fighting, we're not overexerting ourselves, we're in control. So that's part of this exercise we're going to do today. We're going to dedicate a few minutes for warm-up, and then I'm going to lead you through the fun little exercises we have planned. And if there's any questions, just run them by me as we go. Sounds good? Thumbs up? Yes, thumbs up. I'll take it. So if you have had the time to check out the training we did yesterday, where we went through the stress zones, then you know kind of what the yellow, green, red, and black zones are all about and how they impact us. But what we didn't really speak that much of was that we can't control our reactions, but we can control how long we let those reactions continue. So let's say, like this cab driver yesterday, he got into red zone, he was pissed off, which is fine, but I think the mistake he made was that he wasn't able to get back into yellow zone or calm himself down, but instead he stayed up there and he kept fighting, kept arguing, even though there was no point to it. So the thing we're going to practice today is we're going to deliberately move up ladders. We're going to go into red, we're going to go more fight, more high intensity, and then we're going to, as quick as possible, move down to a yellow zone or maybe even a green zone if we're able to. And green zone is the recovery, relax, rebuild phase or the level. And yellow zone is the ready, the efficient work kind of zone. All right. All right, now I'm going to take you through the ape exercise. I don't know if you've done that, but if you have, then you could just do it on your own. If you have not, then you can see how I do it. It's still warm up, so make sure you do it nice and calm with good and proper form. If there's a part of that you cannot do the squats, then skip the squats, just go straight into a push-up, that, like this. And if you can't do a push-up, then you skip that part and you just do the plank instead, like this. And if you can't do squats, you can't do push-ups, you can go from this position to out and up, preferably with a jump like this. Make sense? Great. Right, so keep doing that one, slow and smooth, and just get your body warmed up. While you're doing this movement, we're getting our physical body warmed up. But another important thing is to get our mind to where we want to go. So if you've been now stressed out from work, or you came straight from the bed sleeping, then we want to get you from either your green zone, where you're relaxed, recovering and rebuilding, into the yellow zone, where you're focused, you're efficient, you're warmed up. Or you want to go from red zone, you're overwhelmed, you're now thinking about all the things that you should do or shouldn't do, what's coming after, what has been before. Then you want to get you to a yellow zone, where you release all of that and just focus on where we are right now. Nothing other than right now is important. And to be honest, nothing other than right now actually exists. So, big part of what we do is just practice focusing. And we practice focusing not in the yoga studio where everything's nice and relaxed and there are no distractions, but rather the opposite, when our breathing is high and when it's really difficult, because that's how life tends to be as well, right? Right, keep moving. So the next 4 minutes is going to be dedicated to you yourself. You're going to keep moving through the ape exercise, and you're going to use all the tools that you have been taught to get yourself into focus mode, get yourself into yellow zone, so that you're just right here, right now. And after those 4 minutes, you're going to be warm in your body, you're going to be warm in your mind. And you're going to have the sense of whatever comes up, I'll be ready for it. So this is an inner game exercise, all right? 4 minutes starting, 3, 2, 1, go. Any questions, just let me know. Some of you are going to be tempted to go faster and get your heart rate up, go really fast, and maybe lose that focus. I want you to keep a pace, which is the yellow zone pace, where you can think and where you're able to solve smaller tasks or simpler problems. I don't want to go too fast now so you lose your cognitive function. So if you're feeling like you can't think, you can't zone in, then you need to slow down. Nice and smooth, good form, and move through it. Nice job. Some of you now may have noticed that it's really hard to not focus on something. So if I tell you not focus on work or not focus on the pink elephant, then suddenly your mind is always going to think about work or picture that elephant. So my tips to you is that if you don't want to think about something, then fill that gap with whatever is positive and useful for you. And that's literally what focus is, right? We fill the empty space with something we want. And we fill it up so much that nothing can come in. So if you're doing an exercise and you want to be really present, then maybe you're not thinking about, the bigger picture, the programming or the push-ups or whatever. Maybe you're just thinking about the breathing. And you focus solely on that in-breath, how it feels your lungs, how the exhale feels, the warmth of your breath, etc. So the more details you give this thing, the less chance it is for something that you don't want to sneak in. So if there's something you don't want in your life, thoughts or whatever, then just fill up the rest of your life with the things you want, and there will be no space for that other crap. All right, let's continue a little bit more. Okay, nice job, guys. That was 5 minutes, I think. Maybe I said 4, but it turned into 5 at least. Now we're going to go into the next thing. Hopefully now you're in yellow zone. Could you give me a thumbs up if you feel like you're in the yellow zone, or if that makes sense?
Yes.
Perfect. So you're breathing, but you're not dying. Does that make sense?
No, not yet.
Excellent. That's good. That's where we want to be. Okay, so the next thing now, you guys are going to you're going to do something that raises your heart rate from this yellow zone where we're efficient, and we can continue for a long time, to red zone, just this fight zone. We really go for it. So here's where you really want to pump up your heart rate. You can do this if you're inside, you can do your burpees, your ape exercise. If you're outside, this is a great time to do some sprints or whatever gets your heart rate up. It doesn't matter really what you do. The important thing here is that you get your heart rate up to somewhere 80%, 90% of your max. And if you don't know that, then you can think about during this, you should be able to pronounce short words, maybe half a sentence. If you can't do more than that, then you're probably around 80, 90% of heart rate, and that's really good. So I'm gonna give you a time. It's gonna be 30 seconds long to get you up into that high intensity red zone, so we then can bring it back down again. All right, does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Excellent. All right, we're gonna start in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 5, 2, 1, go. All right, time. Now get back into that exercise you did before. Slow and smooth. And your job here now is to take control of your breath while doing the work. So you're just not gonna lay down and give up. You're gonna continue working and taking control of your breath. And if you need to go really slow at this one, completely fine. Just keep going. Right, prepare to go again in 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Take control of your breathing. Long breaths in. And keep working. Go as slow as you need. Nice, good job. You good?
Yes, I'm good.
Great. How's the lower back feeling?
I don't feel it anymore. It's good. Quite
Okay, good. I'm happy about that. I'm like, can't feel my lower back. That's not a good sign. But if it's a good, good thing.
It's like I don't feel any pain, any discomfort.
I love it. Great. You're ready to go again in 25 seconds. So when you're here now, just relax, continue working, but focus on getting your breath lower down. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and go. And recover. We got a few extra seconds there because I was too slow. It's my treat. Get back into work, and as soon as possible, gain control of your breathing and keep working. So what's interesting to know here, and it took me a while to get, is that our bodies don't really understand the difference between different stressors. So the way our body reacts to running really hard or intensely, like we're doing now, is very similar to how our body physiologically reacts during a tough conversation or being on stage speaking in front of people. So, and that's where this makes sense, physiologically and biologically, to train this thing, to recognize these stressors, and to understand that, okay, my body now is in medium panic mode. It just wants to breathe, it wants to get all the attention, but unfortunately, life doesn't really give a crap. If we end up with a car accident or whatever, the people injured, they're not gonna care if our heart rate is beating hard or not. So our job is to learn how to control it in the car crash scenario or in the tough conversation scenario, so we can use our cognitive function, our brain, to make smart decisions and to have useful conversations, or to make that life and death saving call when it's needed. But if we allow ourselves to spiral out of control, like that story with the cab driver before, who just went into fight mode and stayed there. Because here's the thing, what I didn't tell you before is that behind us, there was another car coming. And since he was so occupied fighting the person that he thought did him wrong, he didn't see the other car coming behind, which was fairly close to hitting him. Fortunately, I was next to him and I could wave the car to slow down. So that's one of these micro situations where it's so important to understand our own physiological triggers and control our emotions, so we don't invest too much in the wrong things. There are times when we need to fight and we need to go all out, but there are very few and very spread apart. At least if you don't live in a war-torn country, and it's different. But most of us don't. Okay, get ready to go again in 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, enjoy. And take control of the breathing. And get into work as fast as you can.
Tell me what you got when you hear you say.
Another way of seeing this yellow zone is to say it's your perpetual motion zone. This is the one you could just continue for a very, very, very long time. I don't want to say forever, because that is not true, but maybe for days, if you just kept this pace. This is your ultra marathon pace. This is your focused work pace. You just can get shit done for a long time. So if you're feeling like, oh, I couldn't do this for 2 more hours, then you're probably going too fast. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 hours with you. Otherwise, I would gladly have taken you on a beautiful workout. And maybe here, you're starting to think to switch up the exercise, do something differently. But as long as you don't have a legit reason to do that, just keep doing this thing. If you have a legit reason, such as actual injury, stuff like that, that's another deal. Just make sure you don't trick yourself. Let's go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enjoy. Okay, so Ina, are you still with us? Maybe not. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
I'm here, just I couldn't find my
Good.
phone. Okay.
I was getting worried, but I'm happy.
No, yeah,
Okay.
but I just realized I forgot to start my watch, so the training will not be truly monitored, so.
Dang it.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling? Let me know. How's your breathing? What are your inner game? What are your thoughts right now?
I like the exercise because it's complex enough not to allow me to wander with my mind.
Good.
So if it would be something very simple like a squat, I would not have to concentrate, but like this, I have to be there. And otherwise, I'm okay. And I like that. I feel like it's easier and easier.
Great.
Yes.
I like that. That means you're doing one of the things that humans are the absolute best at. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
It is to adapt. I think if there's one thing humans are good at, it's adapting, right? We build houses so we can live in the cold. we change our mindset so we can endure whatever is thrown at us. And right now, your body's adapting to this new you, the stronger one. It's pretty cool, right? I like that.
Yeah.
Nice job. Keep moving on in the yellow pace.
Give me what you got, let me hear you say.
We're gonna go again in 15.
It's good when I know in advance.
5,
Earlier 5 seconds was too fast.
2, 1, and go. Enjoy. And recover. Keep working. And then we're gonna do it again in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, go. And keep working. Good job. Now, I want you to do a check-in. What was your head telling you when you got the new instruction of going again? Tina, you want to share?
I can't do it. Yes. I expected it because you did it earlier. So it was okay. And I also think that we have just a little bit from the training. So I can do everything because after that it will be a pause.
I love it. I think this is great. Because that means 3, 2, 1, short on time. Let's go again. There you go, recover and get back into work. Control your breathing. Now it's getting exciting. For me, it's getting harder to get down into the yellow zone. And I also can't see much because I'm sweating my eyes. And then you might think, well, why don't you just wipe the sweat out of your face? That's a very decent question. And that's probably what a normal person would do. But if you are weird, which you all are because you're in Unbreakable Mind, you figure that, you know what, maybe I could just see if I can make friends with this sting thing in my eye. And if I can still perform this exercise without seeing anything, instead of just obeying to my sudden urge. And here we go. 30 seconds later, feeling a little bit better. Still stings as AF. But welcome to the weirdo community. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enjoy. Good job. Recover. And get back into work as soon as possible. So for me, when I'm getting back into work, I have this little voice in my head that's telling me, just slow down, wait a second. You don't have to rush into this one. But there's a problem, because I told myself I'll go straight into it. So every time I'm delaying, I'm just fooling myself. So it's a little micro practice for us. Next time we go into the next movement, we don't spool up or spin up like an old turbo from the 80s. We just go straight into it. So when it's go, it's go. When it's work, we go into work. Even though we have this little voice inside our head who tells us to take it easy. 10 seconds until next. 5, 2, 1, enjoy. And recover and get back into your work in 3, no hesitation, 2, 1, go. Okay, great job. Stand up go into recovery phase. We are leaving yellow zone, and now we're going to try to enter green zone, or as close as we can. Use the tools you have to calm your breathing. Keep moving in place, or do a easy jog, or whatever. Just keep doing the motions, but go down even further now. Slow yourself down. Relax. There's about 2 minutes, 20 seconds of this session. Excellent job so far. It's a pretty good one, right? This is a good one. All right, in 5 seconds, we're going to initiate our debrief or our after action review. Ina, do you remember the first question of the debrief?
No.
So the first question of the 4-question debrief is, what did I come here to do? What was my goal? What was my intention? So dedicate 30 seconds to just figure out, okay, what did I want to achieve by showing up here? One part of that goal should be, or probably hopefully would be, to perform the mental strength workout as per instructions. But then you might have other things that you came here for. So 30 seconds to ponder upon that.
Do you expect me to share?
If you want to. If you don't want to, that's totally fine as well. The most important thing is that you do your own debrief. But I always love to hear a debrief.
Okay. I came here because I committed to this program. So I said I would do my best. I didn't feel good, so I didn't trust that I will be able to perform. But I was prepared for that, so I told you in advance. I wanted to see if by moving so much I will block my low back for good, or it will be better, and it's perfect.
Great. I'm happy.
And I wanted to pay attention to my body, because I usually don't do that, and I get injured quite often. So this was one of my goals.
Very nice. I like that one. That's a really good one. I used to be the same. I used to be like, oh, a little bit of pain, I'll just continue and then break. And now I'm trying to be more like you. And I try to be like, okay, here's something. Wonder if I can work around and let that heal and then come back. So really nice. Okay. The next question of a debrief is, what actually happened? So did you follow the plan? Did you stray away from it? Thoughts like that. So we'll give 30 seconds to that question. And go.
I did follow my plan.
Nice.
Not yours.
Got it.
Because I tried to do that yellow zone exercise, and I succeeded for the first 3, I think, phases. And after that, I felt that my low back is too much pressured. So I switched. I don't know how this step is known in your country. In our country is the rain started here.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Yes, in our country is the step of the naughty boy.
Step of the naughty boy. I love that. I don't even know what it is, but we're gonna incorporate it. The step of the naughty boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes, so it was quite good.
Hey, I love it.
It was good. I will show you. I will send you how it looks. I'm sure that you know it, but you don't know it by the name. But the last run I stopped earlier than you said, because it was too much to me. In the previous run I gave everything because I thought it's the last run, and in the last run I was my legs didn't listen to me.
It's almost like someone built that into the system. Like when you thought you were done, there was a little bit more. It's weird, right? It's very strange.
Yes.
Okay, great job. I really enjoyed that. Thanks for sharing. Okay, the last thing here now is what do you improve? So we usually talk about the 3 buckets. One bucket is what do you want to continue doing, what do you want to start doing, and what do you want to stop doing. So now you just think about all the things you've said, and then you try to extract some lessons. So continue doing, start doing, or stop doing. We'll dedicate 30 seconds for that as well. And the best way I like to do it is just write it down so I remember it. And this will allow us to, do the right things again and do the wrong things never again. Okay, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Go.
So what I've learned is that I can do more.
Nice.
If I listen to my body, this is a must. What I want to stop doing is, I think if I would trust my body a little bit more, I would be able to finish. I would have been able to finish the last run too. So next time I will stopping. And let's see what is happening, because the worst thing that could have happened was to fall down. It was not so bad, so I want to see.
Nice.
And what I've learned is that my low back feels good when it moves, and today it hurt so much because I stayed on the tour the entire day, so this is why it got worse and worse.
Okay. Good debrief. I like that. And there's one thing that I heard you say that I think it's incredibly important. And that was the first part, that if you just slow down, you can speed up. So what I'm thinking is that when you're an Olympic athlete or you're an ultra marathons, one thing you'll notice is that they're really good at recovering. So they go from competition, red zone, and then they go straight into green zone to recover. Because that means they can spend more time in the red zone and work really, really hard. Because they do just like what you did. You realize, okay, now I need to go into recovery. I need to head into green zone, and I need to really, really take care of myself, So I like that. That's really good. Very good. All right, I think that's it for today. Time's out. Relax.
Okay.
And I'm gonna thank everybody who's watching the replay. And now I'm gonna have a little chitty chat with Ina under the rain. Bye guys. Take care.